guys, happy Tuesday afternoon. My name is Leah and I am the owner of Leah Noel Design Co. and a brand ambassador here at Redesign with Prima. And so as you guys come on, say hello so I can make sure I say hello back to you. And today we are doing, I'm working on this furniture piece, and this piece has a lot of elements to it. It's one of those pieces that I haven't done live. I've kind of pushed it aside and I want to have a lot of really amazing details on this piece. So right now I'm working on the molds. Let me bring you in just a little closer so you can see that mold. Do you see the mold right there? That is the cherry blossom mold. Hey Roz, this is the cherry blossom mold. That's pretty much it. The cherry blossom mold is my favorite. If you have a Redesign with Prima retailer, they may have it in stock. I know it is one of our best sellers, the cherry blossom. I gotta take my shoes off so I can like sit. I could sit right. So that's what we're gonna be working on today, and I'm gonna show you all the colors of the Phenobar waxes. I'm gonna show you what I'm using first, and then I'm gonna show you how to apply them for furniture such as this. And then if there's any colors or questions about colors that you want to see, let me know and I'll hold them up. There's Redesign carries the Finnabar Art Alchemy Finnabar line. And they have really fun colors. Okay, so the colors are really fun. They're really bright. I really like them. They also carry the Redesign Decor Waxes, which they don't have as many funky colors, but they have good colors that are really like good. They have a really good gold called Eternal. And they have good colors for like when you put it over hardware. So the difference I find between the Redesign with Prima brand, let me turn that, I'm just gonna turn that light off because I feel like maybe you can see that better. The difference between the Redesign with Prima, okay, this Decor Wax and the Phenobar, which we're gonna use on here today, is the Redesign ones. You can use them for gilding or whatever. I could put this on the flowers, which I will. I will use the Eternal on the flowers. But this is a lot better for, this is good for hardware. This one and Shiny Star, which Shiny Star is like a silver, okay? I've had mine for a very long time, and sometimes I leave the lids off. So if you leave the lid off of your wax, you could just mix a little mineral spirits in there and it'll soften it up just a bit. But today we're going to use the Phenobar waxes. The Phenobar waxes are a little bit thinner. This is, like I said, this is all put on, these are casted with resin, aluminite resin. I glued them on with Tight Bond Quick and Thick, and then I laid this piece on its back, and I adhered them on before I even primed this piece. And then I primed it, and then I painted it, and then I went over it with a little bit of pink just to kind of bring up the details. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do, and now I'm going to apply the waxes. So when I apply waxes, I go to Michael's and I buy cheap brushes. You can get like you can get a 50 pack of brushes like this. This is my favorite size brush for $8. There's like 50 of them in a pack. They come out to 13 cents a piece. I do try to wash them out when I can, but sometimes I just toss them. So 13 cents a piece, you can't beat it. And I'm gonna kind of go in here and I'm gonna work this like an artist. This is also right here. This is the decoupage tissue paper from Redesign right here that I applied. I don't know that I'm gonna keep this depending on what I do up here. I was trying to use the Violet Hill. I got a lot going on. So we're just gonna work on this part here. We're gonna get this done, and then my brain will work better to move to the next part. Does anyone else work like that? Like I have to do one part, and then I do the next, and then I do the next. So what I'm gonna do to make my flowers look really good, and I've done this a couple times. I want my flowers to be a few different colors, mainly pink. So I'm gonna kind of start in the center here, and I'm gonna work my flower with the Indian pink. The Indian pink is a really saturated color, and I know you can't see it too well, but it's kind of giving this a shimmer. And I'm gonna just work the Indian pink. I'm just gonna work this section right here. So I'm gonna go sporadic with these flowers, and this is so much easier than painting them. And I'm gonna get these little buds too. Okay, I'm gonna anywhere where the flower could be pink, but I'm not gonna paint the whole entire flower. I'm just doing the center. I'm not even doing the center. I'm just doing like the middle around, and I'm gonna do that center in gold. So I'm just going to hit this with pink a little bit in some random spots. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm going to leave my brush down here. I'm going to grab a new brush. And I'm going to go in with another color. I think I'm going to use some purple. So for purple, there's Heather Hills or there's Amethyst Magic. Amethyst Magic does not come out very purple. Oh wait, there's one more. Which I think we're going to use. This is Heather Hills. It's like a lilac color. And then this is Amethyst Magic. Amethyst Magic has kind of a weird brown. It doesn't come out super dark. It almost is like, it kind of goes like purple to brown. We also have Electric Violet, which I think we're going to use because you'll probably be able to see this the best as I go in. Let me bring you guys in closer so that you can see. So this is Amethyst Magic. Hi, Paige. Hi, Christine from Florida. So my goal here is I'm going to kind of go around some of the flowers that I want to kind of mimic what I have going on here. I want to go around these flowers. I want them to be a little bit multicolored. I don't want this to be toned down at all. So I'm just going to go make some of these flowers purple. Can you guys see? I feel like you can't see. Let me bring you in. I'm going to bring this in very close to my project, and that's gold leaf right there. That's gold leaf. I'm going to just bring you in super close so that you could see. Right there. Hello, Lisa from Ontario. Does that light help just a little? Okay. So you can see this is the electric purple. And I'm kind of able to blend. I'm going to put some of this electric purple in the centers where I put the pink on some of the other flowers. And I'm going to layer these waxes. When I do this, I paint, I love using the cherry blossom mold. I use a lot of different colors and I just kind of keep building the colors till I like it. I do like to keep different paint brushes for different colors. So I have my pink, I have my purple. I'm thinking I might add a little blue or a little, this is rose gold. Look how pretty rose gold is. Isn't that pretty? Hey, Fireball June. Or we have some of this blue. I think I want to try a little bit of the blue on some of the edges here. So again, I'm just going to layer them and add them in different spots, but you can kind of see how they're blending. They're blending, and if I want to do more layering, I can just let them dry, but I think that blue really looks good. So I'm just going to work in sections. Because I want to actually make sure I like the way it looks before I do the whole thing. So I'm cutting my, and I'm just making sure that I like the pattern of color I'm doing before I go across the whole board. All right, so we have a little bit of the blue. Put that brush down, grab a new brush. You could use the same brush and just wipe it off with a baby wipe too. I'm going to go in with some of the Peacock. Now, Peacock is from Art Alchemy. I don't know if it's Finnabar. I want to say Finnabar and Art Alchemy are the same. Yeah, it is. It is the same. So this is Peacock. Peacock is very saturated. Peacock, Indian Pink. So Peacock and Indian Pink. These two are my favorite because they're very, very true to color. I like to pair these two with gold. Yeah, the blue really does pop, doesn't it? So now we're going to go in with a little turquoise. And we'll probably add more of that blue after we add the green. And see, I have purple and pink here, and I'm still going to add a little turquoise. This is really going to come together once we add the gold too. So I want rainbow flowers. We were, today, or this weekend, we were cleaning out our basement crawl space, and we came across this flower, this tulip I had saved. And when my daughter was in kindergarten, she painted she colored a tulip with a bunch of different colors, right? She made a rainbow tulip, and her teacher wouldn't hang it on the wall because there aren't rainbow tulips, and she was supposed to just color it one color. I was, you know, of course, as a mom, I called the school. I'm like, seriously, you guys, she's in kindergarten. She painted a rainbow tulip. Like, we should probably, like, you know, accept her artistic ability instead of trying to crush it. And so whenever I paint rainbow flowers, I always think of that. I'm like, you know what? We need to encourage more color on everything. All right, I'm going to go in with the green. And the reason I'm going to go in with the green now, even though the flowers aren't done, is I want to see how it looks. So for green, we have two options. We have emerald, which is this, and we have mint sparkle. Mint sparkle. Okay, little thing about the green. Green waxes are hard to find. This is Green Aurora, and it does not, this is from the Redesign. Okay, we're not even going to show you that because that's bad. The Green Aurora never worked for me. I noticed that green's a hard pigment to get with waxes. I do, however, really like the Green Emerald. The Green Emerald seems like it shows up in a way that I want it to. So I'm going to do all my stems in Green Emerald. I am going to keep that true to color. And I have that layer of pink on there, and that's just adding more dimension and pop because a lot of this piece is going to have pink details and pink accents. So I wanted that pink undertone on my piece. Can you guys see? Okay. I always try to make sure my head's not in the way. And I also want to get the green just a little bit up here, but we're going to go in with the green sparkle on here too to really layer it up. We have a leaf, and we're going to do several colors on our leaves. And on my leaves, if I can get the sides, I do. I think it makes a nice contrast. Okay. I think we got most of the green. This is Lucky Emerald. Lucky Emerald's just, it's a fantastic green. Now I can always go back and do more. So after the green, I'm gonna go in with Mint Sparkle, okay? And Mint Sparkle is gonna give me, it's gonna give me a little bit more depth in my green. So I'm gonna just kind of take it in through here, and it's got a green, a gold undertone, and we are gonna put gold over this too. The gold is really what is gonna make all of this pop, but we're gonna go ahead and double down on the greens to give it more dimension. Kind of carry it through the flower a little bit. Okay, so we got our greens. It's really coming to life, isn't it? It looks a lot better than over here. Which green did you use? Green Sparkle and Lucky Emerald. So this is Lucky Emerald, and it's more of a true leaf color, and then I just used the Green Sparkle to create that layer. Okay, now I kind of am going to look at it, and I want to put gold. I'm going to put gold on accents, like the centers, right? Yellow. Instead of using yellow, we'll use gold. And then over like the details of the leaves, I'm going to use it there. But I just want to make sure that there's no other spots on here that I really want to paint with a color that I have here. So I think I want a little bit more of the light blue. This one, like we were saying, I think Lisa said it really makes, yes, they're the Phenobar collection from Prima, Lisa. Sorry, yes, Lisa. And Lisa, you said the Blue Lagoon, the one that kind of makes it pop, that's called Blue Lagoon. And I'm going to kind of just, I'm just going to kind of randomly sweep and not really pay attention to where it's going, but just kind of get it. I'm just going to go in some of the spots that I feel like need just a little more color. And this is where it gets fun. You know, at first I kind of try to like lay it out and have, you know, like a variety of colors. And then towards the end, I like to kind of just throw up some colors that I think would just look pretty. And these colors, they blend a little bit. So I put a little blue there. I'm going to go back over it with a little pink like this. Maybe even a little electric purple. This is electric purple. Isn't that one pretty? You are welcome. All right. I want to get the edges too as I go. Because when people look at this, they are going to see the edges. So I like to just kind of get my edges. And it doesn't really even matter what color you do your edges in. As you can see, I'm doing mine in purple because I have purple in my hand. You could do them in pink. In fact, I could pull my pink up right now, and I could just I can even go over that purple with a little pink. And this is why I feel like it's a little easier than paint. It's much easier to control. I feel like the waxes are less intimidating than paint. Okay, so if you like it like that, you could totally leave it like that. I'm going to add a little bit of gold, but before I do that, I'm going to wipe it back with a shop towel. And this is going to kind of buff it in. So I could leave it like this. I'm just going to kind of wipe them. I'm just going to wipe it back, take off some of the excess. And this is also buffing. I'm kind of buffing this out. So I'm really just rubbing the color in, and you can see just a little bit of the color is coming off. Okay. Some of the color is coming off. And I'm just going to continue to do this for a minute. And these are permanent. There's no need to seal them. Just let them cure. Okay? And now we're going to, once this is done, which this is done, we're going to put the Eternal Wax on, which is our gold. This is my favorite gold. Is the one from Redesign, and this is Eternal. Now, if you are looking in the Phenobar line, there is a vintage gold, which is a little bit more vintage, okay? This one's a little brighter, and I prefer that. The vintage one is a little bit more vintage. And there's also an aged brass from Finnabar. You can get all of these through your Prima retailer. This is the aged brass. It's just a little more brassy. And then there's also white gold. Okay? But I 95% of the time use Eternal. Okay? So with the Eternal, I'm going to grab one of my smaller brushes like this. So far we've been using larger brushes like this. Okay? So you can kind of see the difference. Do the waxes need to be sealed, or could they be used over a top coat? Beth, they don't. They could be used over a top coat. They don't need to be sealed. They don't. In fact, I didn't even think of that. I didn't top coat this first. But it'll be okay. I've also spray paint. You know, I've done, let them cure. There's really no need to top coat them. They're oil-based, so you're not supposed to use a water-based top coat over them. So just try to avoid that. So I'm just going to go over this, and you're going to see the difference through here as I put this on, as I put the gold on. You can kind of see, yeah, the waxes are very addictive, Sandy. They're totally addictive. They're fun. They're super fun. I recommend that you definitely order several colors because you'll have fun with them. So the gold, in fact, when I look at some of my older work and I look at like, before I knew about waxes and all I had was like Rub and Buff, which is not the same at all. I'm like, wow, how did I ever survive without that? So I'm just hitting, first I'm going to hit all the middles of my flowers with gold because that makes sense. And a little bit goes a long way. Gold is my favorite color to do furniture with. Okay, so do you see how big of a difference that gold made? It really does make a big difference. I'm gonna go ahead and really lightly, with a really light touch, I'm gonna go over my leaves because I don't want the gold to overpower, but I wanna kind of bring out some of the detail in the leaves with the gold, okay? And even on some of my stems, I'm just gonna hit certain parts of my stems to just create a little bit of a light, a little play on the eye. These are the tiny details that really accent your work and make it unique. And you can always go over it. So then I'm also going to hit just some of the edges of my flowers. And the reason I'm going to do that is to kind of make it look like the sun's hitting it. Especially some of the ones that look like Lisa Frank. We're just gonna hit it with little gold. Little gold. And then I'm going to be using gold leafing on the rest of on a lot of this project here, this piece of furniture. And this gold right here, the Eternal from Prima, it matches the gold leaf pretty well. So there you have it. Pretty easy, isn't it? My name is Rachel and I'm addicted to gilding wax. It's an easy thing to get addicted to, Rachel. I love it. I absolutely love it. So you can see the difference here. And I'm telling, they're a pretty good investment. This lasts me a long time. I know some people, some furniture artists go through these quite quickly. I will actually use this on like the legs of my furniture in place of paint. On the green sofa I just used, I covered the whole frame with the gold, and then I shaded over it with some silvers and such, and some rose gold. But this stuff really, like, you can use it in place of paint on like small parts of legs. So like this little leg I have right here, I could just put that, I could put the gold over that, and it's fine. So if you see here, so right here we did the gilding waxes, or the Phenobar Decor Waxes, and then over here is where I still have to do it. And it matches up here a little bit better too. So I hope that was helpful. I will have this piece posted, I don't know when. This is kind of my back of the shop project piece. I'm really trying to put a lot of detail into it. and it's taking a little time. So as soon as it's finished, I will have it posted and for sale. But anyways, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about gilding waxes. If you guys have any questions afterwards, you can either shoot me a message or write a comment. I try to answer them like for the next 24 hours. It's Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. So I try to answer for the next about 24 hours, and then I think Facebook kind of, I lose the thread. So if you have a question, feel free to shoot me a message at Leah Noel Design Co. So, all right, guys, have a great Tuesday, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.